Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yasoda Nandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yasoda Nandana Vrajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Banachari Jamuna Tira Banachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Banachari Jamuna Tira Banachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Kunja Bihari Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th Canto, Chapter 6, the killing of the Putana, the demon Putana. Text number 1. Shri Sukha Uvacha Nandapati Vacha Shuri Namisheti Vichintayan Harim Jagama Sharanam Utpata Kama Sankita. Translation. Shukdev Goswami continues speaking. My dear king, while Nanda Maharaj was on the way home, he considered what Vasudev had said could not be false or useless. There must have been some danger of disturbances in Gokula. So as Nanda Maharaj thought about the danger for his beautiful son Krishna, he was afraid, and so he took shelter at the lotus feet of the Supreme Controller. Purport by Prabhupada. Whenever there is danger, a pure devotee thinks of the protection and shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is also advised in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, text 33. Anityam asukham lokam imam prapya bhajasvamam. In this material world there is danger at every step. Padang padang jadbi padam. And therefore a devotee has no other course than to take shelter of the Lord at every step. And what did Vasudev tell Nanda Maharaj? Or you just... He said, here's what you see, Nanda Maharaj had gone to the city to pay taxes. And when he was there, he met with Vasudev. And Vasudev said to him, my dear brother, since you have paid your annual taxes to Kamsa, and you have also seen me, do not stay in this place for many days. It is better for you to return to Gokula, since I know that there may be some disturbances there.
So that time Vasudeva was in prison?
Not yet. Because Nanda Maharaj saw him.
No, but
he wasn't locked up yet.
Vasudeva?
Yeah, because otherwise how else could Nanda Maharaj see him?
Putana came to kill Krishna, right? So that time Vasudeva was in the prison house. All these activities take place, Vasudeva was still in the prison house. Only Vasudeva got free when Krishna killed Kamsa.
No. He let him go after. Once he killed the children.
No.
He killed the children in the.
After killing the children, and then still Vasudeva was still in the prison until Krishna killed Kamsa. Then he freed his parents. Parents were still in the prison.
I'm not sure about that. No, because here it's telling you, you may think so, but I'm telling you what the Bhagavatham says. says, when Vasudeva heard that Nanda Maharaj, his very dear friend and brother, had come to Mathura, he went to Nanda Maharaj's residence where Nanda Maharaj was staying. And then he said, he went to talk to him. This is Vasudeva, so he's not in the prison. Kamsa must have let him go already.
Really?
I'm reading it.
No, I understand. But I know that sometimes when Nanda Maharaj used to go, and he used to allow to see Vasudeva. But that's really surprising.
Well, I'm reading it, so there's no surprise. When Nanda Maharaj heard that Vasudeva had come
to Mathura.
Yeah, he come to see him.
So
He gone to where Nanda Maharaj was staying in Mathura. Vasudeva came there. He came. Not, it wasn't that Nanda Maharaj went to him. He came. So he's not in the prison.
Where he was then?
He's out of the prison, staying somewhere. I mean, if we go back further, we'll find it. But right now, we'll be satisfied that he's out and he's coming to see Nanda Maharaj. And he was overwhelmed with love and affection, being as pleased as if his body had regained its life. Smiling, Vasudeva suddenly present, Nanda Maharaj got up and embraced him with both his arms. Said that having thus been received and welcomed by Nanda Maharaj with honor, Vasudeva sat down very peacefully and inquired about his two sons because of intense love for them.
So here is the question comes. He is inquiring how my two sons doing. That means he is not in. That means he is not with his son. That means he is somewhere else.
Yes, he's in Mathura.
Mathura. So he is in the prison.
No, he's not in the prison. You're in prison. How you can come out and go and see Nanda Maharaj?
I have to clarify this now. That is also.
Well, if you want to clarify it, you need to read this. Never mind what you heard. This is the bottom line right here. What Bhagavatham says. He says to him, my dear brother Nanda Maharaj, at an advanced age, you had no son at all, and you were hopeless of having one. And therefore, you now have a son is a sign of good fortune. And so Prabhupada tells in the purport, Vasudeva asked Nanda Maharaj whether he had actually begotten a male child or a female child. See, Vasudeva knew that Yashoda had given birth to a female child whom he had stolen and replaced with a male child. That was Janmashtami. Krishna told him, take me over there to the village and switch me. Vasudeva knew, So this was a great mystery. And Vasudeva wanted to determine whether the mystery was already known to Nanda Maharaj. On inquiring, however, he was confident that the mystery of Krishna's birth and his being placed in the care of Yashoda was still hidden. There was no danger, since Kamsa at least could not learn what had already happened. See, once Kamsa realized that because when Vasudeva brought back the girl child, the female child.
That time he released, I remember. That time he released him.
Yeah.
Because only the child means Durga told him,
the one who you were looking to kill, he's already
gone. Then he realized and released him. Later on again he put him in the prison.
That's later, but right now he's free.
Okay. Later
He gonna put him back in the prison, but right now he's free. Therefore he could come and see. All right?
I remember that.
So he tells him that Don't stay, don't hang around in the city here. Go back to Gokula. He says, because I think there may be some disturbances there. So now we come to Nanda Maharaj is wondering, is going back home and he's thinking, what did Vasudeva mean when he said there'll be disturbances? And then coming home, he's going to see the body of Putana.
Yeah, I remember that he didn't release that time.
Here it is. So, just he hasn't seen Putana yet. He's going home. And he's coming out, he's thinking what Vasudeva had said. So, while Nanda Maharaj was returning to Gokula, the same fierce Putana, whom Kamsa had previously engaged to kill many babies about the towns and villages during her nefarious duty, she was just sent to kill babies. Because he was thinking, one of those babies might be Krishna. So I'm not taking any chance. Kill them all.
That is she was doing.
Yeah. So, Sukdev Goswami continues, my dear king, whenever people in any position perform their occupational duties of devotional service by hearing and chanting, there cannot be any danger from bad elements. Therefore, there is no need for anxiety about Gokula while the Supreme Personality of Godhead was personally present. So now he comes. So once upon a time, the Putana Raksha, who could move according to her own desire, was wandering in outer space, flying on a broom or something. She's a witch. And she converted herself by mystic power into a very beautiful woman. And thus she entered Gokula, the abode of Nanda Maharaj. So she is normally a big, ugly Rakshasi, a real demon. But she's going on a mission to kill Krishna. So she changed her body to look like a gopi. Prabhupada comments, Rakshashis learn mystic powers by which they can travel in outer space without any machines. In some parts of India, there are still such mystical witches who can sit on a stick, like a broomstick, and fly from one place to another in a very short time. This art was known to Putana. So, assuming the features of a very beautiful woman, she entered Nanda Maharaj's courtyard. She comes in there now. Says, Sukadev begins to describe Putana, how she's looking now, transformed. Said, her hips were full, her breasts were large and firm, seeming to overburden her slim waist, and she was dressed very nicely. Her hair, adorned with a garland of mallika flowers, was scattered about her beautiful face. Her earrings were brilliant, and as she smiled very attractively, glancing upon everyone, her beauty drew the attention of all the inhabitants of Braj, who were hanging around Nanda Maharaj's property. It said she drew the attention of all the inhabitants of Braj, especially the men. She's when the gopis saw her, they thought, this must be the goddess of fortune, holding a lotus flower in her hand also. She's really getting into the part, you know. She's really got into her role, you know, like an actress. It was as if the gopis thought the goddess of fortune has come to see her husband, Krishna. While searching for small children, Putana, whose business was to kill them, entered the house of Nanda Maharaj unobstructed. No one stopped her because they didn't know she's a Raksha. She's a goddess of fortune. She got the lotus flower and everything. Yeah. It says here, she was unobstructed, having been sent by the superior potency of the Lord. She's being allowed to go in there. You know? Without asking anyone's permission, she entered Nanda Maharaj's room, where she saw the child sleeping in bed. His unlimited power was covered like a powerful fire that is covered by ashes. In other words, you can't tell that little baby is so powerful. It's covered. She could understand, however, that this child was not ordinary, but that he was meant to kill all kinds of demons. She could understand that. Purport, Srila Prabhupada. Although Putana was an outsider, and although she personified fierce death, because the determination within her heart was to kill the child, when she directly came and placed the child on her lap to offer the child her breast to suck, the mothers, other older gopis, were so captivated by her beauty that they didn't prohibit her. She wants to hold the child. Sometimes a beautiful woman is dangerous because everyone is captivated by her external beauty. And they're not able to understand what is on her mind. She's come there for the bad intention. It says, those who are captivated by the beauty of the external energy are called Maya Mohita. That's us. We're captured by the material energy, Maya Mohita. It says, Maya Mohita, Mohitam Nabijananti, Mam Ebya Param Abhayam. This is Bhagavad Gita. That verse. And then, Nate vidu sartagatim hi Vishnu, durashaya je bahiyarta manina. This is from the 7th canto. This is a verse by Prahlad Maharaj. He says, people don't know that their ultimate goal is Vishnu. Nate vidu sartagatim. They just don't know. Here, of course, the two mothers, Rohini and Yashoda, they were not deluded by the external energy. They were not Maya Mohita, Rohini and Yashoda. But to develop the pastimes of the Lord, they were captured by Yoga Maya. Yeah, they were on a different kind of Maya.
Yeah, Krishna covered everything.
Yeah. And such Maya is the action of Yoga Maya.
Krishna allowed
Yeah, that's why I say she's allowed to go in there, and and as far as Yashoda and them, they're under Yoga Maya. So that the pastime could go on. Yes. On that very spot, the fiercely dangerous Rakshasi took up the child Krishna on her lap and pushed her breast into his mouth. But it's poison. It's poison. It's poison coated. She's coming. It's very diabolical. She's coming there to. She's thinking, I'm going to. As soon as he sucked this, he's going to die. The nipple of her breast was smeared with a dangerous, immediately effective poison.
Cyanide.
Yeah, immediately effective. But the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, becoming very angry at her, he took hold of her breast and squeezed it very hard with his little hands. And he sucked out both the poison and her life. You want to give me some poison? I'll take it. I'll take your life too. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Lord Krishna was not angry at Putana for his own sake. He was angry because this Rakshasi had killed so many other children. Yeah, in the Braj. And therefore he decided she should be punished by having to forfeit her life. As he grabbed her and squeezed her, he began to suck out her life, unbearably pressed in every vital point, the demon Putana began to cry, "Please, leave me, leave me. Don't suck my breast any longer." Perspiring, her eyes open wide, and her arms and legs swinging about, she cried very loudly again and again. As he's sucking out her life, she's in extreme pain. Purport. The Rakshasi was severely punished by Krishna. She threw her arms and legs about, and Krishna also began to kick her with his little legs to punish her properly for her mischievous activities. He's a little baby. As the Putana screamed loudly and forcefully, the earth, with its mountains and outer space, with its planets, all began to tremble.
This is rolling,
The lower planets and all directions vibrated, and people fell down, fearing that maybe thunderbolts were going to be falling upon them, because the whole planet is shaking.
How powerful she was.
Yeah. Srila Purport by Prabhupada. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur remarks that in this verse, the word rasa refers to the planetary systems below the earth, such as Rasatala, Atala, Vitala, Sutala, and Talatala. So other planets in the universe all feeling the effects of this. In this way, the demon Putana was very much aggrieved because her breast was being attacked by Krishna, and so she lost her life. O King Parikshit, this Sukadeva Goswami continues, opening her mouth wide and spreading her arms and legs and hair, she fell down in the pasturing ground and regained her original form as a Rakshasi. It was as if, it was just as when Vritrasura, who was a big demon, had fallen and was killed by the thunderbolt of Indra. Purport. Putana was a great Rakshashi, Haribo. She knew the art of covering her original form by mystic power. But when she was killed by her mystic power, by Krishna, her mystic power could not hide her. So she regained her big ugly form. Sukadeva Goswami continues, O King Parikit, when the gigantic body of Putana fell to the ground, it smashed all the trees within a limit of 12 miles. See how big she was? Yeah. Within a limit of 12 miles. His body just trashed all the trees. Appearing in this gigantic body, she was certainly extraordinary. Prabhupada gives a little purport. Because of the grievous hurt imposed upon her by Krishna sucking her breast, Putana, while dying, remember it all started in the room, in Nanda Maharaj's room. But while dying, she not only left the room, but she abandoned the village. She ran out past the village.
Did Krishna leave her? Or
no, he was still sucking her. Yeah,
she's running.
and she's running, and she can't get him off her. And she fell down in the pasturing grounds where the cows would graze. And there, her original body came back.
Because Krishna doesn't want to die in his house.
But she couldn't fit in the house if she came back to her. Yeah, it would have destroyed the village. 12 miles. She ran. She ran out.
Krishna wanted.
Yeah, yeah.
Because otherwise, if Krishna wanted, she could be dying there too.
But yeah, she's running. Translation. The Rakshashi's mouth was full of teeth, each resembling the front of a plow. So she, remember, with 12 miles long body, she's got some big teeth, like a plow. Her nostrils were deep like mountain caves, and her breast resembled big slabs of stone fallen from a hill. Her scattered hair was the color of copper. Oh, my, look at her, how she looks. And the sockets of her eyes appeared like deep blind wells. Her fearful thighs resembled the banks of a river. Her arms and legs and feet seemed like big bridges, and her abdomen appeared like a dried up lake. The hearts and ears and heads of the cowherd men and women were already shocked seeing this Rakshasi screaming. And when they saw the fierce wonder of her body, they became even more frightened. Just imagine this, the peaceful atmosphere in Vrindavan is completely thing. Without fear, the child Krishna, who was playing on the upper portion of Putana Rakshashi's breast, and when the gopis saw the child's wonderful activities, they immediately ran forward with great jubilation and picked him up. So he held on to her with all her craziness. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Here is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Although the Rakshashi Putana could increase or decrease her bodily size by her mystic abilities and thus gain proportionate power, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is equally powerful in any transcendental form. Even as a baby, he's just as powerful. Krishna is the real personality of Godhead, because whether as a child or as a grown-up young man, he is the same person. He does not need to become powerful by meditation or any other external endeavor. Therefore, when the greatly powerful Putana expanded her body, Krishna remained the same small child and fearlessly played on the upper portion of her breast. Krishna didn't have to change his body big to deal with her, because he is Sadaishvarya Purna, full with all six opulences. This is the meaning of Bhagavan. Bhagavan is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he is always full in all potencies, regardless of whether he is present in this form or that form. His potencies are always full. It is said, Parasya Shakti Vividhaiva Shuyate. He can display all his potencies under any circumstances. Sukadeva Goswami continues. Thereafter, Mother Yashoda and Rohini, along with the other elderly gopis, began to wave about the switch of a cow, it means a cow tail, to give full protection to the child Krishna. Yeah, they believe that. If you switch a cow tail around, it's auspicious. Purport. When Krishna was saved from such great danger, Mother Yashoda and Mother Rohini were principally concerned. So were the other elder gopis. They were almost equally concerned. So they followed the activities of Mother Yashoda and Rohini. Prabhupada continues, he says, here we find that in household affairs, the ladies could take charge of protecting a child simply by taking help from the cow, the tail of the cow. As described here, they knew how to wave about the switch of a cow so as to protect the child from all types of danger. Yeah, means the tail.
So the tail is just
yeah.
Put the cow.
So here, listen, let Prabhupada finish. He said, no, it doesn't say that.
Maybe they hold it and then go and, tail of the cow, put it in his body like that.
Prabhupada says, there are so many facilities afforded by cow protection. See, we didn't know that. the tail of the cow. He said, so many facilities you get by protecting the cow. This is therefore stressed by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, Krishi go Rakshavani jam. Said, cow protection. This is the business of the Vaishyas. Even now in Indian villages surrounding Vrindavan, the villagers live happily simply by giving protection to the cows. They keep cow dung very carefully and they dry it to use it as fuel. Yeah, when they cut, while it's wet, they take it and slap it on the walls of their huts, their houses. And when it dries, take it off and stack it up as fuel.
So I used to do, my mother used to cook, and when after cooking the acid, I used to brush my teeth off.
Wow.
With salt.
So this is another benefit. The cow dung ashes.
We used to brush our teeth with them. That I did.
So, Prabhupada says, the people in the villages, they keep cow dung very carefully and they dry it to use as fuel to burn. They keep a sufficient stock of grains, and because of giving protection to the cows, they have sufficient milk and milk products to solve all their economic problems. Simply by giving protection to the cows, the villagers live so peacefully. Even the urine and stool of cows have medicinal value. Yeah. So many things. So then Sukadeva Goswami continues. The child was thoroughly washed with cow urine and then smeared with the dust raised by the movements of the cows, from the ground. And then different names of the Lord were applied with cow dung on 12 different parts of the body, beginning with the as tilak. Yeah, it says right here, beginning with the forehead, as is done in applying tilak. In this way, the child was given protection. The gopis first executed the process of achman, drinking a sip of water from the right hand. Then they purified their bodies and hands with the nyasa mantra. And then they applied, then they applied the same mantra upon the body of the child. Prabhupada is going to explain it. He says, the purport, Srila Prabhupada, nyasa mantras includes achman, or the first drinking a sip of water in the right hand. There are different Vishnu mantras to purify the body. And the gopis, in fact any householder, knew the process for being purified by chanting Vedic hymns. The gopis executed this process first to purify themselves and then to purify the child, Krishna. One executes the process of anganyasa and karanyasa simply by drinking a little sip of water and chanting the mantras. The mantra is preceded with the first letter of the name, followed by anuswara and the word namaha. Right. So then Prabhupada chants the mantra here. Om Namo Jas Tavangri Avyat Mam Mano Manimas Tavajanuni and Avyat. He said, and so on. So they have other mantras they were chanting. No. Here, this is the Nyasa mantra. N-Y long A S-A. You could look it up and find you get more. Prabhupada continues, he says, by losing Indian culture, the Indian householders have now forgotten how to execute the Anga Nyasa mantras. And they are simply busy in sense gratification without any advanced knowledge of human civilization. Right. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sukadeva Goswami informed Maharaj Pariksit that the gopis, following the proper system, protected Krishna, their child, with this mantra. And here the mantra is given again in the shloka. Yeah, word for word, everything is there. You mean the translation? Yeah, the translation is, may Aja protect your legs. May Maniman protect your knees. May Jagya protect your thighs. These are all names of Vishnu. May Achyuta protect the upper part of your waist. And may Hayagriva protect your abdomen. May Keshava protect your heart. May Isha protect your chest. May Surya, the sun god, protect your neck. May Vishnu protect your arms. May Urukram protect your face. And may Ishvara protect your head. May Chakri protect you from the front. May Sri Hari Gadadhara, who carries the club, protect you from the back. And may the carrier of the bow, who is known as the enemy of Madhu, that's Madhusudan, may Madhusudan, and may Lord Ajana, the carrier of the sword, protect your two sides. May Lord Urugai, the carrier of the conch shell, protect you from all corners. And may Upendra protect you from above. May Garuda protect you on the ground. And may Haladara, Balaram, the Supreme Person, protect you on all sides. So that's the meaning of the mantra. Yeah. Yeah. This you get the details from Bhagavatham. 10th canto, chapter 6. The killing of Putana demon. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Even in the houses of the cultivators, the people gardeners, who are not very advanced in modern ways of civilization, the ladies used to know how to chant this mantra to give protection to their children. Just see who is really advanced. Yeah? And they knew how to take the help of cow dung and cow urine. This was a simple and practical way to give the greatest protection from the greatest dangers. People should know how to do this, for this is a part of Vedic civilization. Oh, and they're not even finished. There's still more mantras, more prayers. May Rishikesh protect your senses, and Narayan, your life air. And may the Lord of Swetadweep protect the core of your heart. And may Lord Yogeshwara protect your mind. May Lord Prishnigarba protect your intelligence. And may the Supreme Personality of Godhead protect your soul. While you are playing, may Govinda protect you. And while you are sleeping, may Madhava protect you. And may the Lord of Vaikuntha protect you while you are walking. May Lord Narayan, the husband of the goddess of fortune, protect you while you are sitting. And similarly, may Lord Jagyabuk, the fearful enemy of all evil planets, always protect you while you enjoy life. So then all the villagers knew these mantras. Sukadeva Goswami continues. The evil witches known as Dakinis, Jatudanis, Kushmandas are the greatest enemies of children. There's not one kind of witch. There's many different kinds. And the evil spirits like Bhutas, Pretas, Pisachas, Yakshas, Rakshasas, and Vinayakas, as well as witches like Kotaras, Revati, Jeshta, Putana, and Matrika, are always ready to give trouble to the body and the life air and the senses, causing loss of memory, madness, and bad dreams. Like the most experienced evil stars, they all create great disturbances, especially for children. But one can vanquish them simply by uttering Lord Vishnu's name. For when Lord Vishnu's name resounds, all of them become afraid and go away. Yeah. The Bhutas, I think the Bhutas are ghosts. Prabhupada tells us in one lecture, he said, ghosts will not stay where the holy name is being chanted. So the holy name is feared by fear personified. So they run away. We experienced that. When we purchased a new temple in Laguna Beach. It was formerly a church. The old temple used to be a little house, but I got the church, and we had to fix it up, renovate it to make it like a temple. And some of the brahmacharis said, they were working on it, cleaning and doing all kinds of stuff. And they asked me, is it all right if we sleep in the new temple, in the church at night? I said, sure. So they took their sleeping bags and they went over there to sleep, kind of like to watch it. But the next morning they came and they said they were terrorized by ghosts. There were ghosts living in the church. And I remembered what Prabhupada said, so I said, okay, we're going to get rid of these ghosts. And they said, how? I said, get all the instruments, mridanga, kartals. One devotee had a conch, a big conch, and we had light a bunch of incense, and we went and we did kirtan all over the building, upstairs, downstairs, in the back, everywhere, for about an hour. And the next night the devotees went back and no more ghosts. They said, we got to get out of here. So, Prabhupada gives a purport. He says, while decorating the body with tilak, we actually give protection to the body by chanting 12 different names of Vishnu. Although Govinda, or Lord Vishnu, is one, he has different names and forms with which to act differently. But if one cannot remember all the names at one time, one can simply chant Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu. Simple. And always think of Lord Vishnu. It says, Vishnu Aradhanam Param. Oh, this is a nice, I know where this first line came from. Lord Shiva, speaking to his wife Parvati, she asked, what is the best kind of worship? And he says, Aradhananam Sarvesham, out of all kinds of worship, Vishnu Aradhanam Param. That's Prabhupada quote here. So, this is the highest form of worship. If one remembers Vishnu always, even though one is disturbed by many bad elements, one can be protected without a doubt. The Ayurveda Shastras recommends Oshadi Chintaye Vishnu, that even while taking medicine, one should remember Vishnu. This is there. Because the medicine is not all in all. See, the doctors don't know this. Medicine is not everything. Prabhupada even said, in spite of the best medicine and the best physician, still a patient dies. Because they forget about God, Vishnu. They don't factor that He is the one who can protect you. So, medicine is not all in all. Lord Vishnu is the real protector. And the material world is full of danger. Padang padang jad bipadam natesham. Therefore one must become a Vaishnav and think of Vishnu constantly. This has been made easier by the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Therefore Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has recommended Kirtaniya Sada Hari Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. And it is also stated in Shastra, Kirtanadeva Krishnasya Mukta Sangha Param Braje. By chanting, one becomes liberated. Any minute, so we'll stop there. Srimad Grantaraj, Srimad Bhagavatam. This is the king of all books. Putana Gatana. Kaitava Shatana.